Hi, welcome to Passion for Life with Dear and Friends, and I'm here this week, and I missed you all last week, but I know Diane did a phenomenal job and sharing her passion and sharing Mike's passion, and we're going to share old friend's passion tonight. We have always shared my passion about helping people make a better life and live a life that goes back to basics and with knowledge and health and just living a holistic, balanced life so that we can share and help people live that life. So, I have my friend Diane here, but I have an old friend, actually, my first co host, and I'm so happy to have her here because it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Hi, Aisha.
Hi.
Welcome to Passion for Life. How you been?
I've been very busy and preoccupied.
Really?
So being here today is really, really good. Just going back to what my passion was, helping people and all about nutrition and a natural, healthy lifestyle, positive lifestyle. I can say that I took kind of turn for being kind of sad lately. Just going through a lot of personal things. And I realized that, our mind is very powerful.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you don't want to remain in that spot, you don't have to be.
No.
So me being here is one of the good decisions that, I used to make, and I'm happy to be here again to
Yeah.
share my passion with you guys.
Well, we're going to talk about your journey and how you started and how we started and then where you are now. And even though we know that, and I'm learning now too, that primary food is actually your relationship with yourself, your mind, and it's not what you put in your mouth, but it's what you put into your soul,
Into your body,
and so yes, your spirit and all that good stuff. So we're going to touch on that too.
Okay.
And well, Diane, we were talking about it tonight.
I did, yes.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great tonight.
You're always great.
I'm always great.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
we're
you.
all great. This
Yes,
is
all
phenomenal.
positive
Yes,
energy.
yes. So, how was it doing your first Passion for Life by
I loved
yourself?
it. I had such a great time. Mike and I had a great time.
Yeah. I know, and it was received so well, and you did your thing. I was
I
like,
did. It was a great
yeah.
show.
And it was your birthday too.
And it was my birthday.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yes,
she's just like enjoyed herself.
It was a great way to spend my birthday.
Yeah, it's very memorable. It's there for prosperity for the rest of your life, So share your passion.
My passions are photography. I'm a pet photographer, and I'm also an actor. And since today, I was a fitness trainer for years, and I'm into wellness and helping people. So today, since our topic is
Nutrition,
wellness, I
right.
have a lot to share about that
Right.
with all of you.
Yeah. Well, that's where we are, and that's how we got started. We were invited. Well, I had been invited to do a show, and I was scared. So I was like, Aisha, will you do the show with me? And she's like, oh, I'll go with you. But she's like, I'm not going to be on the show. I said, yeah, you're going to be on this show with me. So she was on it. She
Ended
was
up right
a
on the
trooper.
show. Is there anywhere you want me to go? I said, okay, I'll be with you. But I ended up being right in the action with you.
That's right. And then I said, well, this young lady, and we know her as Miss Chella, and she got us to get my own show. And then I said, oh, you're going to be my co-host. And it worked out for a little bit, but it was really challenging because I know you had to work. So, but you tried for a little bit.
You said it was like a certain week time frame. I said, okay, well, I'm in it for that. And then you said, we're going to extend it. I'm like, all right, let's see about that. But I stuck it out as much as I could.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did. And, I did really miss you guys and
Yeah.
being on the show. And I was surprised that I lasted as long as I did,
Yeah.
and be comfortable speaking about a lot of things. But, it came naturally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, how did you get started with the whole wellness and and
Well,
being?
I guess I had to start with my grandparents. I was raised where they mostly used to cook very naturally in the beginning. Everything was fresh and from scratch. And
Right.
over time, you know, the household got bigger, living with aunts, uncles, and siblings. And then the food wasn't the same. It was like, okay, box, can, jar, and, you know. And then I noticed that, you know, it was convenient. You know, we ate regardless, but I noticed my grandparents' health started to decline. And they were very young. And I got
Right.
sick, and I realized stress, you know, from having so many responsibilities and not eating properly led to a lot of the diseases that they came across and having and stuff.
Right.
And I realized that they were too young to have died, you know, the age that they did. They were like, you know, early 60s.
Right,
And I didn't think it made any sense. And when I looked around, people started dying. They're not living as long as they used to live. And when I was only at the time, like, you know, 20-something, 25, I said, well, I'm approaching 30, and I don't think that's going to be my middle age. You know, I don't think, you know, because I'm 31, starting next Tuesday, I was not going to, you know, do the same mistake that they made as far as, you know, being too stressed out and eating, like, not properly. So all of that comes together hand in hand, and I started to, you know, research, you know, food, and I watched documentaries like crazy. I got lined up with a business that was health and wellness, and then I got inspired to go back to school.
Right.
And I had to take a break. I got my degree, but to go back to get certified and stuff, but you know, things came in between that goal, but I'm not stopping.
Right.
I just got started.
Well, I know what you have at your degree in, but what about everybody else? What's your degree
Okay,
in?
so I have my bachelor's in nutrition, health, and science. Well,
Right.
nutrition, science, nutrition. So,
Right.
oh my God, I have my bachelor's in nutrition science. Okay, that's how you put it. And then I have a small degree in diet, health, and wellness.
Oh, okay.
So that was like, because I got my degree online. It was hard with the baby and, you know, working full time. So the small course was just to see if I can do online school.
Right.
And then when I seen I can and I completed it, then I said, let's go for a degree now. So
Okay.
that was the challenge, but I completed that.
You did it. Yeah.
I did it.
So how did you eat as a child growing up? Did you eat healthy or
Well,
you ate?
I would say pretty much healthy. Yeah, we used to buy the food fresh. You know, we didn't buy anything frozen. We didn't buy nothing canned. And I remember snapping the peas with my grandmother and rolling out the dough, making cakes. And you know, when we did Thanksgiving, we made the stuffing and we stuffed the bird. Like now it's stovetop. I'm like, wait a minute, it tastes great, but I'm like, it don't taste like Mima's stuffing. So I'm like,
Well, all that is unfortunately with the processed foods, and we're all learning now because I grew up also with the processed foods, and I didn't really, that generation of the 50s, and that was all about TV dinners and, well, rolling up to the little diner. I remember White Castles, they used to have, I don't know whether they had the skates, but they would come out to the car. Did they come out? Yeah,
They did come out.
see, this is what I want to see in the movies about the skates. But
No, but they
wow.
came out to your car with the little thing, and they put it on the little tray, and they put it on your window, and you ate, you know, drive-in. It was a drive-through, you know.
Wow.
So they'd come out and, you know, hey, you know, White Castle, welcome to White Castle, and you would eat your burgers and what have you, and eat this fast food, and that's all I ate. And I was sick at 12 years old. I had gastritis. I was actually 200 pounds at 12 years old. They told my parents if she continued at 2 years old that I would be 200 pounds by the age of 12. So, but just to be that weight, I had all kinds of diseases. I had eczema. I had all kinds of challenges, but I didn't know what it was
All
from.
the toxin from the food,
yeah.
you know.
You know?
And I grew up in a healthy atmosphere. My mom cooked healthy food. We were the opposite,
Right.
but my mom did cook healthy food. Growing up, I never had soda. I never had canned food. It was all, you know, my mom had 3 meals done by 11 o'clock. But my dad did like White Castle. I remember him taking us in the car and going to White Castle, but I was not a White Castle person. I did like eating healthy, and as a young age,
Yeah.
I got into working out and training.
Right,
So I
right.
got fanatic and into nutrition at a very young age.
Good. These
And
kids
I
you talk
started,
about.
yeah, green tea. I started balancing my life, and it was healthy, and it kept me healthy.
Well, I was so not. And actually, I kept it going until recently. So, and you still backslide a little bit here and there.
It's all
what have
around you. You see it. You know, like I might have started off eating healthy, and then at some point we'll get into non-healthy. Then when I moved out on my own, I said, okay, well, what do I like? So because I was studying, what's good and what's bad, I kind of went back into eating the way I used to, And, sometimes you fall back because it's there. I mean, they make it more convenient for you to have convenient food. And now because, people is aware of their health these days, now people are looking into organic and stuff. Now the organic food is coming back out. I mean, but
Very
that's
big,
that's where it
yes.
was there to begin with. It was
Right.
only organic food. Now
Right.
it's labeled as organic because, people changed and went into fast food and the convenience food. So now there's a demand for this,
It's a big
slowly,
demand, yes.
but that's why I said this is the profession to get into because now people are aware of it. People respond to it better.
No, it's important because the thing is, at this point, we have so many things that are out there. You don't even realize that the foods they taste better when they're fresher. And with the processed foods, the chemicals are really causing so many diseases. And now we're learning that actually with the company that you're with and I do a lot of business with, is about AGEs, which is advanced glycation end products, which is sugar and protein. And that sugar and protein compound actually is found to be a compound that everybody has. And foods have it, stress causes it. There's a lot of things, and it's sugar, protein, and when it accumulates, it doesn't go anywhere because it's an end product. So once it's an end product, it stays in your body, and it goes into your organs. So it causes your organs to malfunction. So it makes sense. So, everybody knows inflammation and
Right.
and all these diseases, cancer, and why is all these things happening.
Yeah. Well, the
And-
chickens, now they're injecting them with the hormones. So that's why you have to go with organic and hormone-free.
And they also have the
soy.
pesticides and,
And
well,
they spray the fruits and
chemicals.
vegetables with these coatings to make
Yeah.
them look nice and shiny. And no one realized that they all look the same. And it's like, I have an apple tree in my backyard, at my grandmother's house. We had deformed looking apples, but they taste so delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they was too organic that they even had worms in them, some of them.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
was, hey, listen, that's part of the natural,
Right.
the natural way of things.
Right.
And you go to the market and they all look beautiful. Like, that's not natural. When you start to compare what's in your backyard to what's in the market, you're like, okay, well, why these look all unique? That's, that's how it's given. Like, we are unique, Then you go to the market and everything looks all uniform. And, I had a question. I'm like, yeah, why everything looks the same? Why is it just one color, one shade, one shape? It's like, where did these come from? And that's what you said before as far as things taste better. But when I was comparing my organic little bit of food as in one market I used to eat at, and then when I go home and I would have like other food, I'm like, no, organic would taste much different. So there's a big difference between it when you pay attention to it. It tastes better, but no one knows that because it's not out there like before. Now you have to go search for these places.
Well, they have the nutrients also because unfortunately, the soils is not, there's no nutritional value. You can't get the what's called, the vitamins and all the minerals and all that kind of stuff because the soil is depleted of that and because they've been using so many chemicals. And then what they're doing is a lot of things have arsenic in it. So I have a lot of people that tell me, well, in moderation. But if you're putting a moderation of chemicals, then it's not still good.
No, it's
it's
a
like,
chemical.
Or a little bit of, poison is okay.
No.
I don't think so. Because it's still
poison at any quantity is not good.
I was like,
But that's because they don't know. Either they just used to what it is and what's given to them, like what they see on TV and what's in front of them at the markets. You're limited.
Yeah.
But unless you see that there's a real issue, which is diseases, and why is it being so common to have different diseases? Like oh, I got this. Oh, me too. Like we shouldn't. It's like
no. It's like no biggie.
It's like all right, no.
And you have kids now suffering from like arthritis and diabetes that only older people used to have, and heart attacks, and why are we having 16-year-olds having heart attacks? Why? It's just scary. It's not even like they're overweight. It's just that their body is toxic. And I know my body was toxic, and I have some. We were doing different types of diseases. You find out what kind of autoimmune diseases that you have. You're like, oh, I have autoimmune disease. Oh, I have that. Oh, I have that. How did I get that? You know, because my body started fighting against all those things, those toxins that was coming into my body, and it didn't know what to do. It just was like, oh my gosh. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and we'll talk about all the diseases. Okay, be right back.
I don't know.
Hi, I'm going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie, the president and founder of Renee Marie's Language of Love Foundation. I would like to personally invite you to our second annual telethon held right here on Madhousetv. Did you know that nearly 80% of strokes could be prevented? By knowing the signs and getting to the hospital within a 4.5-hour window, you could save your life or someone's you love life or anyone's life. Strokes do not discriminate who it affects and at what time. A stroke can happen at any time and play a huge impact in your life. Do you know what aphasia is? It is a result of a stroke or brain injury, which affects the ability to speak and communicate. Think about how you would feel if you cannot express yourself, even in the simplest forms. I am blessed to say that I am a stroke survivor and can humbly speak of the experience of how it feels to express myself, to not be able to express myself, and not to understand. It is devastating. Please join us on March 20th, 2016 on Madhousetv for a Language of Love telethon, which supports strokes and aphasia. You can visit our website at www.languageoflovetelethon.org. Together, we are lifting our voices and changing the face of strokes and aphasia locally and around the globe. God bless you, and I'll see you on Madhousetv on March 20th, 2016. God bless everybody. Ciao. Hi, I'm going to do a live.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, DMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
Hi, welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. And here I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to have my little friends here. No, my strong women that are doing things positive and sharing some phenomenal information and helping people just stay healthy. So that's cool, really cool. So let's talk some more about staying healthy. So, ladies.
Well, I think that it's important to balance
Yes.
with your nutrition and your foods.
Right.
And my program is I like to eat small meals a day. Like sometimes I even eat 6 meals a day. There's so many people who say, you know, I want to lose weight. I'm going to starve breakfast. I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'm not going to have lunch. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat a huge dinner. And that's not the way to eat because you have to start in the morning with a healthy breakfast and eat throughout the day, because when you eat little meals throughout the day, you digest it better, and you tend to keep your weight at a better weight instead of gaining weight. People that think they're going to eat 1 meal at night, they start to gain weight. You know, they think that's the way to do it. And I started drinking green tea when I was very young, and I drank cups of it, and I didn't even know the benefits of it until later on.
Right, right. Well,
So-
I know that I take a lot of supplements.
Right.
And my supplements mostly contain like a lot of antioxidants, phytonutrients, and I guess, the vitamins and stuff like that, because all the phytonutrients have those vitamins and minerals and stuff
The
like
minerals
that.
are very important
Right.
for the
Yeah.
bones, and
Yeah.
the bones, and you need vitamin D. People lack vitamin D.
Yeah.
As you know, even sitting in the sun, they said you get vitamin D, and I'm a big sun person, and I'm lacking vitamin D. I would say 9 out of 10 people have a problem with vitamin D, and you
Well,
do
living
have
in
to
the
take that
East Coast,
supplement.
they say that
Yeah, during the winter.
unfortunately, because of the time and the years, we don't get that sun.
Right.
So that even if you're out there for an hour a day, we need more than that, so that we can get it naturally. Now, I'm not one that really likes to take the supplements in vitamin D because it can be a little toxic. But you have to find it in your foods or in certain environments. 'Cause
I was going to say
the
that, in the
environment,
foods, if anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even during the winter, you don't have a lot of sun, but, daylight time, I mean, even that little bit can go a long way. And
Right.
some people don't like the sun at all.
Right.
So, that you could be very deficient in it, but like you said, because of where we at, and how long our winters are and stuff, that does happen a lot. Like my mom is having that issue right now. And I'm like, how is that even possible? You outside every day, but it depends on the duration, a lot of factors. And I know her diet is not great, so she needs to have that supplemented for her.
Right.
Right. Well, I know the diet is so very important, because what happens is when you are putting the really bad processed foods into your body starts attacking itself, and that's where the autoimmune diseases occur, and it actually causes your body to try to make up for it. So it's trying to protect it and do the right thing, because your body is a well-oiled machine. So therefore, it's going to try to do the best so that it can balance.
Yes.
And but with all the toxins coming in, it doesn't know what to do. Like, I had a young lady that used to help me host and co-host with me, and she basically said, it's that fight. It's battling each other, and you're battling and battling, and you're losing the war because you can't do anything when you keep on putting the bad things in. So we have to learn how to start putting those good things in, so that your body will work together.
Optimally, your body wants to always remain in homeostasis. So naturally, it knows what it needs.
Yeah.
And sometimes your cravings cannot be what you think it is.
Right.
I seen like a really great little pin chart on Pinterest, which showed if you're craving chocolate, this is what your body's lacking. And it had all these nutrients, and I thought it was really
Yes.
cool and interesting. From day one, whatever you're introduced to eating, of course you're going to keep eating that way, but if you want to make a healthy change, it just takes small changes. You can't do it drastically, because your body is going to react, definitely.
Right.
You've been eating one way for so long, your body's going to, fight it, of course, and it's going to fight it viciously. So small changes. So if you don't drink water, add water. If you don't eat vegetables, add vegetables. Like, don't go, I don't want to say cold turkey into eating healthy, but it's a process you got to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a way of life. You
Yeah.
have to say, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to diet, because I hate the word diet.
No.
It's a
Right.
way of life, and it's a way to change the way you eat.
Well, now, you doing it six meals, small meals. Now, I know when I did my detox, which I did it for about 8 months, they did like an intermittent, intermittent fasting. So you really would try to stop eating in probably like 6 or 7, and then you wouldn't eat again until about 10 o'clock in the morning. So this way your body gets, and it makes sense, okay, because your body really, if it's continuously going, it doesn't have that time to rest.
Well, that's a good time to stop eating.
Right.
I don't stop at 7, because I do get hungry.
Right.
I'm up very late, so
Right.
Yeah,
I do eat later, and I'll eat very light.
Like the small meals eating throughout the day is to keep fuel, like a even pace of fuel throughout the day for your body. Your body needs, fuel to keep your cells need fuel to reproduce and stay healthy. So whatever time you wake up, it don't matter if you work nighttime, daytime, whatever time you wake, that is your morning. You begin eating right then.
Well, see, and I understand what you're saying, and I did believe that way at one point, but everybody is different.
Yes, I
so
agree.
everybody's body doesn't necessarily always fit that mold, unfortunately. Now I find that the sense that they were talking to me, and it does make sense to me, only because sometimes you don't continue. If you continue eating, then your body never gets that rest to do the other portion of what your digestion needs.
Now, it
So
means
the digestion needs to do it complete, and then you have to rest so that it can go and start all over again. So it's a whole cycle. But if you don't ever have that rest time, then it just doesn't work as optimally. And
don't you mean resting from like this eating part, or resting from
yes,
like when your body reboot itself as well?
It has to do digestion. It has to digest the food. So in order to digest it, it has to be in a certain state. So in order to do that, you have to stop eating, because otherwise you're still going, like you're putting food in, and you never get that time to actually rest so that your body can just function to the next level.
Rest for me is when I'm sleeping.
There's a lot of
That's when I
different
think
levels.
my body, I said rest for me is like when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, half the time we don't even sleep enough.
Well, that's
You know,
something you got to
that's
work
the
into.
problem
Yeah,
too,
because
you know?
that's a major factor also when
Right.
it comes to keeping healthy. As if you eat throughout the day at a certain time, but at a certain hour you shouldn't continue eating.
Yeah.
So if your cutoff is really early, like she was saying, if you're still up late, then naturally you're going to get hungry, because your body is designed to get hungry every 3-4 hours, if anything.
Well, the thing is, if you're eating the proper foods,
Right,
Yeah.
before you go to sleep.
Yeah, but
because I don't eat people eat till they're like full and they can't eat another bite.
Right.
I don't eat like that.
Right.
I eat till a small amount, and then if it's 3 hours, 4 hours later, I'll eat another small amount, and it works for my body. Works for my
and your metabolism
And
is
it works right.
It works
works for me.
better. Now, my metabolism is not like yours. Unfortunately, the reality is, we all are individually,
Right.
Individuals, and so I have to find what works for me.
Right.
And I'm learning. I still got a little ways to go, because I keep on forgetting.
Well, they talk about blood types. Did you get into the blood types with the
Yeah.
nutrition? There's certain foods that go with blood types.
And you know what? I've noticed that. Actually, I've noticed that, because when I was doing my initial detox, they had me on basically just fruits, vegetables. I had fish. Just not a little milk here, but I can't really do milk because I'm allergic. And so I did goat milk, and then, I was like, oh,
Can you
it
do
works.
almond milk? Did you try almond milk? It's very good.
You know what? It didn't have enough protein. And my problem was my hair started affecting. My skin started being not as vibrant, because I always have really good skin, and especially when I've been using certain supplements. But all of a sudden, my hairdresser was like, your hair is suffering. Oh my gosh. So I was like, and with the blood types, I noticed that I need a little chicken. So everybody, some people do really, really well to be a vegan. Some people do really, really well just be a vegetarian. Some people need a little something extra. I'm one of those people that need a little something extra.
You just need to know where to get the something extra.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's where,
Exactly, yeah.
I
And
mean, where we have to research, and people think that, because I'm going back to studying, going back into being a vegetarian, because I was for 6 months till I got pregnant, then it just went out the window.
Right.
But if I was raised a certain way, then you would know that there's other sources. And, we all know that there's many ways to get all the nutrients and minerals and vitamins we need, but it doesn't have to be from meat per se,
Right.
So to lose something it ain't got to be chicken, but...
No, well, I get my protein from my beans and
Right.
quinoa. It's very high in protein. You mix that with vegetables, and
Right.
you have your protein in your vegetables.
Some of us just like
And
the way
beans.
meat looks and tastes, but if you just listen to your body on needing just that nutrient, then you can find it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Now, you
Well-
gluten-free? You do. What do you think about gluten?
Well, you know what?
Gluten?
Let's
You
talk. Remember that question?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tom Neely from Madhousetv, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhouse TV. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Hi, welcome back to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends, and I'm here with my friends, and we're talking, and everybody's like, wow, it's just, well, Aisha, what did you say?
I said it feels so normal being right here.
I know. And Diane's like, oh, yeah,
Diane's,
I'm good.
I'm good.
So what were you asking about gluten?
About gluten-free, I was asking if you were gluten-free.
No.
Yeah. And Dee, I know you were.
Yeah.
You said you were allergic.
Yeah. I became allergic when I was about 40, 42. They said that basically, I think it was my hormones. I was going through probably my change and started doing some things, and I didn't know what was going on. My skin started changing. I had rashes all over my neck, and it was just something weird going on. And I went to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist basically said, oh, it's your eczema, and they gave me, or dermatitis or whatever, and they gave me, more steroids, and I'm taking the steroids, and it's causing probably more issues.
Definitely.
And ultimately, I self-diagnosed because I said, no, this is something different. And I remember going out to a diner, and I ate, I don't really want to share, but I ate me some waffles, and I came out of that, and I had a hive coming on my arm. And I said, you know what? I'm allergic to something. I didn't know what at that point. I started doing eliminations, and that's what I do with a lot of people now. You know, I try to eliminate what they might be allergic to, because I had to do it for myself. And ultimately, I did go to an allergist, and he couldn't even test me. But because I was so highly active at that point, if they were afraid to do any kind of testing, or else it might just take me over the top. But ultimately, I was diagnosed with gluten allergies, wheat allergies, whey, milk, string beans, broccoli.
What?
What else? I found out now I'm kiwi because I get like little whelps, and things just started coming into place. Why I had this nasty rash on my neck that wouldn't go away because it was internal. Because people think that, oh, well, you know, you have allergies and what have you. It's not really external thing, you know. It's actually your body is fighting against whatever you're putting into your body, you know. So it's acting, you know, the WBCs and all those things, they're just doing their job, and it's trying to fight against all that negative stuff you're putting in. So it was rough. I walked around and people were like, "Oh, what's going on with you?" And I was like, "Ah." I thought it was. I gave away my perfume. I thought it was perfume. I had nice perfume. I spent good money. I gave all the stuff away. Oh, it's your gold. I'm like, no, it's not my gold. I didn't give my gold away. I didn't get that.
No, gold does that to you sometimes too.
But it wasn't my gold.
That person is funny. It's
You
your
know,
gold.
it was like, nope, it's not my gold.
You was
You
giving
know?
everything away. They thought you would give them the gold.
No, but I did give my perfume away. But I wanted to get it back. But it was, my body just was going through it. And I don't know. I spoke to an allergist one time, and he's like, a lot of times women go through menopause or perimenopause, and their body starts changing, the hormones and stuff like that start going, but it's also the foods. Now I realize it's the foods that started doing, I guess it was kind of a blessing in disguise when my body started rejecting all those bad things that were coming in my body.
Well, what happened to me is, they say your body changes like every 7 years. All my life I ate fish. I love fish. I grew up with clams and spaghetti and the sauce and all fish, which I loved. And one year I was having mussels, and I get a reaction the next day. I woke up and my throat felt like it was closing. And it's like more shellfish. But I developed this like years in my life, you know, and it's just something now I can't have. And it just happened that it doesn't, you know, you don't have to be born with it. Sometimes like you got allergies later on in life, and it could happen like later on in your life.
It happened to me
yeah.
with, like, you know, fruit. I mean, pineapple and kiwi. Like,
You can't have that?
For some reason, my throat itches and stuff.
itches,
and
right.
I'm like, I love this. I ate this. And I know if I see it, I'm like, I want it, and I know what's going to happen. And I always test myself, okay, it might not happen now because it didn't happen when I was young. But, yeah, it's just very strange that, you know, over time, the food that you thought would be okay and that you used to eat frequently can have that reaction to you.
And they say if you try it again, the more you do it, the worse the allergy becomes.
Yeah, well, it can become anaphylactic.
Right, anaphylactic.
And you have to really concern yourself, because even bananas, I have different reactions for different things. So with the wheat and the whey, the wheat and the gluten, I actually had a malabsorption, and I wasn't able to absorb iron. And so therefore, I was very anemic. I had gotten down to like probably about 8 hemoglobin. Your normal's probably between 11.5 to 12. And to be 8, you're not going to get transfused, but they do want to do something, you know, and give you like iron pills. But iron pills weren't working for me because I wasn't absorbing. So what do? So I had to get it like shot up in me, you know. But when I started using certain supplements, at least my iron still was not getting to that level, but I did have more energy. So that was a good thing, you know, because otherwise it would have been like, I'm tired all the time. And, you know, people were like, how are you feeling? I'm tired. And that was my middle name. I was always tired, you know, and I didn't know why, but it was because my body just wasn't working like it. I had an autoimmune response. And then I also have alopecia. Now, you would never think, you know, I have all this hair, right? But all of a sudden, you know, stress, I guess different things in your environment, inside and outside, it just affects your body. And bald spot here, bald spot there, you know.
I guess
it's
you're
like,
working on what you need to do to combat with that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what are you doing? But
well,
what are you doing to change it right now?
got to get the peace of mind.
Oh.
And I noticed that certain foods too, I have to, if I start eating badly, my body starts reacting badly. So I have to, eat better. Right now, I'm under a lot of stress. So I'm trying to
You
eliminate.
have to learn how to meditate.
Yeah.
Meditation
Yes.
is very healthy.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Right.
Well,
It's funny because now I'm wearing this because I started doing that recently.
Yes, it's
it's
very
the
good.
Om pendant, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you were saying meditation. I'm like, hey, that's why I said, you're touching me now.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
what I spoke about on one of the last shows is what I think is very important is this is what I do. When I wake up in the morning, I have hot water, I have lemon and ginger, and then I put spices. I do cardamom, I do turmeric, I do cinnamon, I do cloves. Not all at once. Sometimes I'll separate it, but the turmeric and the cardamom really helps inflammation. They say cinnamon helps if you have diabetes. So there's so many spices out there, and if you do research on all the
Yeah.
spices, there's so many benefits that it's amazing. Like
Yeah.
people will pop a pill for inflammation,
Yeah.
but if you really do that cardamom and the turmeric, if you read the benefits, it's amazing what it does.
No, it's true because
And
actually
I live that every day.
Yeah, no, you're
you know.
right. Actually, I recently found the turmeric root in the health food store, so I've been picking it up and what have you. It's a little pricey, but
It works.
Yeah, no, definitely,
Right.
definitely. We got to take another break,
Oh.
but we'll be right back. Okay. Hi, welcome back to Passion for Life with you and friends. And I have some friends in here and out there, and they're going crazy, but we're all good. Yeah, we're all good. Yes, you're going to have to take. We're talking about where we're going for our organic meals,
Yes.
and we just have to keep it going and do the right thing. And yes, the turmeric, I have been using it, and I've been using some other good things, and I try to go with the natural, but then I do the supplements. But I use my supplements also with the noni and some other things that we're actually coming out with some good things that we have colors now. So it's like purples and greens and blues and with the antioxidants and all these things that they found that certain colors are good for certain things. So it's kind of weird, but that's how even certain shapes and what have you are good for, like the acorn and the walnut. The walnut's supposed to be good for the
Walnuts are
brain.
very good.
Yeah.
Nuts are good.
Certain things are good for like the digestion, and so it's all about just getting everything working in balance. So we have to start looking at those concoctions
Right.
and putting them together and be consistent. My problem is sometimes I'm just not consistent, because I know the alkaline.
The alkaline. I was just going to say that your
Yeah,
pH level
yes,
has to be at a
yes.
certain
Yeah.
point, and when it's not, that's when the cancer and the inflammation, and that's when
Right.
all the diseases start to grow. So if
Exactly.
you could keep your body
Right.
alkaline,
Right.
and your pH, that's where you stay healthy.
But not too, because people do extreme,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, okay, yes, we're supposed to do alkaline,
Right.
but not to like, okay, I don't think 9.5 is that good for you. Because your blood is about 7. 7
supposed
is
to be-
good.
it's supposed to be
7,
around- it's
7.5.
supposed to be about that. That's what it's supposed to be
at
at.
the most, So it's like, okay. And then you have gut flora that's supposed to be a little acidic. So, you do have different like areas in your body, just like the environment outside, the environment inside is supposed to be a little different. So,
I like how you said that.
no, really, because people get crazy, and it's like, oh, let's go to the extreme. Okay, let's do this, and I'm like, but if you start throwing chemicals in there and putting all this stuff, you're still defeating the purpose. So you want to do it naturally. So you want natural waters that have that naturally a nice alkaline base. So why are we going to go and start throwing chemicals? But you don't have to, or natural things that will
Food.
cause it to come down,
Yeah.
with your foods and stuff like that. So I use cider, apple cider vinegar.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
do the baking
It's very
soda?
good.
There's also the
I heard-
baking
yeah,
soda.
Yeah, I
It's-
haven't
but-
tried that one.
But you have to get the Bob's baking soda. You have to do, it's natural. You
Right,
can't do
right.
regular baking
Yeah,
soda.
yeah,
You mean the Arm & Hammer baking soda?
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be natural, and I don't know where you could really find it, but you could order it online, and that they say keeps your alkaline and your pH level up.
Right.
Yeah, I was aware of this the vinegar with the
The
lemon
vinegar with the yes,
and the water. Like that gives you the
And cayenne pepper.
and
cayenne pepper I take every day too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
because
if
that
you feel
helps
like
with
you're
the
coming down with a
metabolism.
sore throat, if you take some cayenne pepper with some lemon,
Mm-hmm.
and you drink that, it's like amazing. It's
Yeah.
like
spicy mix.
very spicy, very hot. Sometimes I put a little too much in the morning, but I also add that to my morning drink.
No, it's good for you, and it actually keeps you going. I know our noni drinks keep us going,
Yeah.
because I know that keeps me going in the day. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get more sleep. I definitely need to get more sleep, but sometimes you just don't have that luxury,
You need
and
that
so
lift, that boost.
I have me my noni and take me, and if it's not enough, I'll take me another dose, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So.
And you know what? We have a lot of radiation. We're in front of our computers. There's so much
Oh,
radiation
yeah.
around.
Cell
And-
phones,
And,
the
I
sun,
never
yeah.
told you that, but I sleep on a magnet pad. And
Really?
It's amazing. It's like I wake up in the morning and I have so much energy. And a pillow sometimes, and there's infrared too. There's a blanket that I use that's infrared. So it works with your body temperature. And I feel like between the supplements and the magnets, I feel,
A magnet bed.
it's a magnet pad that I put on the bed.
Now,
It's supposed to
question.
bring back in the energy because there's so much that we're drawn
So
with the
much,
radiation, and it kind of brings the good stuff into your body. And I definitely feel a difference.
Do you
since
put a
I've done-
TV in your bedroom? Or no
There's a
TV?
TV in my
you
bedroom,
do?
yes.
Because I heard that,
Radiation,
okay.
right? And your
yeah,
cell phone, people leave their cell phone right next to their
Yeah.
head, and it's going, to the brain.
And you know what? I was in North Carolina
Mm-hmm.
the other day, and I slept next to the clock and the TV
And the
no,
cell phone
and
was
the
there.
cell phones and all that. I could not sleep.
You were sleeping without those things for a long time?
I never had that next to me like that.
Okay.
So there was 2 beds. So I went to the other bed and I was okay.
And I was researching as far as having like the good like slumber, like the room. So mine has to be decored a certain way. Like I want a peaceful serenity.
Feng shui,
yeah.
right? I believe
I researched about the TV.
Right.
So I don't have a TV in my room.
Right.
And the phone, yes, because I need my alarm. But most of my phones don't vibrate. You know, I don't need to, at 10 o'clock afterwards, no one should be calling me. I should be, laying down. So I don't have a radio in the room anyway. But people kept saying, well, where's your TV? I'm like, well, the bedroom is for 2 purposes, to sleep and whatever, okay? So I don't need any of the entertainment in the room. So all that stuff could be outside because it's the light, it staying on at night, like all that disrupt your sleep.
Yeah.
So I have electronic devices in the bedroom is basically a no-no.
They say no.
Yeah.
But do you also have a wooden bed frame? Because they said that your bed frame should be wooden.
I had wooden, now I have metal.
They said that,
So
because
I
I
don't
was
know.
surprised, because I never really, because since I've been studying, I'm learning more and more. Not that I'm adopting every single
A little bit here and there,
method. Yes, but it's just very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you touched on the what is it? The
Magnabit.
your not the
Oh.
The magnets?
no your
Spices?
your blood type.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I heard that, there's certain blood types that people like go on that certain diet
Mm-hmm.
that they do.
I'm going to look into that because I've touched base with, I think there's a documentary about it or a book on it. I didn't
No,
research
no,
it.
I
I've
don't
read
even
the
know.
book.
I don't
Yeah.
even know my blood type, so I don't.
You don't know your blood
I don't
type?
even know my blood type, so I don't go on that program. But
Yeah.
I just go on the program that I spoke about tonight, and it
Right.
works really good for me.
Yeah, no.
And
No,
I-
you
and I
look
feel great.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
You
working
look
for you.
amazing.
Thank
You're
you.
working
I feel
it,
good.
and hey.
I think I think it's everything together. I think it's all balancing your
Yes.
life, and also you talked about meditation and stress.
Yes.
Meditation is part of wellness, and I think it's good to take parts of the day for yourself. Whether it's sitting there meditation or going to the beach and walking on the beach, but take time for yourself. I think that's
yeah.
very important.
It
that
is.
You just take time for you.
No,
Because we're
yeah.
always, all 3 of us, I know we are all caretakers, and we
Yeah.
love to give and give and give. And we give all our energy to other people. And there's time that we have to just sit back and say, we're not being selfish, but this is our time that we need to go smell the ocean, and just feel good.
And you'd be surprised. It makes you a better person
makes
for
you
the
a better
people.
person
Yeah.
for the people.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's why last week I went out. I went to see a friend of mine. She gave a black tie affair with a twist, and I was in the fashion show, and I looked amazing. I had my little outfit on, and my girlfriend, actually, it was a small world. I'll tell that story again because she's going to have to come on the show. She's a designer, and I met her through Facebook, through a mutual friend that the mutual friend never even showed up. We were supposed to all meet together, but I was so glad we met, and we became friends, and she designed me a nice little outfit, and I went and had a great time, sat out in the sun, and just relaxed, and had some good food, and some good people, and good fellowship and networking, and it was great. But today was like, wow. And you know what, I just want to touch on, I know you have a little healthy blog thing that
So I
you
started
do,
a
your
group
website.
and I started a page. I didn't finish the page yet because I've been busy, but it's all things healthy and natural. The page started up with just being like, healthy foods and stuff, but, I want to start talking more about meditation too because it's basically all is like a lifestyle decision, not just eating well, like your whole spirit has to be part of it in line with it. So I wanted to, anything that has to do with healthy and natural living, I kind of put on my page. I share it there. So I have a small group right now, and like I said, I started a site. I didn't finish it yet, but I think I'll be working on it more and more as days come. So and that's on Facebook, but I mean you can look it up, but ain't much happening on the page yet. But the group, I have a lot of posts now.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's something that I want to really push.
And I know we've done different events and gone out and spoke on nutrition and what have you, and we're going to have to do that again too.
Oh, okay.
I know, it was like, oh, now.
You have to spread the word.
Yes,
to spread the word, yes.
It is. And I think ultimately, with all the people that we're coming in contact with and the universe is bringing in, we're all going to come together, and because it's all about sharing.
I think we're taking over.
Yes, we
The
have
way,
to.
you know.
It's the knowledge, and knowledge is power, and the power is to share. You have to help people. And now if they don't want to hear it, that's fine. But you know what? It's there. So, and we are so passionate.
Yes.
We can't help it. So, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
You want to
you.
share any numbers or contact real fast?
You could find me on Facebook, Diane Hanna, or my website for bellomarcopolo.com is my photography page, and or you could find me here.
Hi! And hopefully you'll come out again.
I'll try.
Okay. We're going
But,
to work out something.
Yes, we'll work something out.
We'll work. Just one day you off or whatever.
Weekend.
And you can find me here. And I got to work on my pages too, It's like, okay, so that you all can look me up and friend me and what have you. So we're going to work on that. So next week, come on out. Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. See you next week.